Alrighty. Welcome back to Yashahime Princess Half Demon Anime Review Episode 33. This one I'm giving my final thoughts for now on the series as a whole. I thought the series was actually really good. I thoroughly enjoyed every episode that came out. I initially heard about the series about a couple years ago, and when I heard it, I'm like, okay, we're gonna focus on the daughters of the main characters. Basically, we're giving the series sort of a borrow type treatment, basically focusing on the offspring of characters in the previous series. And okay, and the main character is not the daughter of Kagome. Oh no, it's one of Susuru's twin daughters. Okay, that's interesting. Moha is basically a supporting character, even though her mother, or basically her parents, were the stars of the original series. And here she is shoved aside. I thought that was kind of not my idea, but I like the fact that Sherman's daughters got a lot of spotlight in the series. And I do mean a lot of spotlight. It is interesting, though, that both siblings have got potential love interests for both of them. Moha doesn't have one. Nope, she doesn't have one, which I thought that was interesting. Yeah, it's kind of weird, though. She never had potential love interest the whole series. Okay, there's other things. I think it was kind of weird, though, in the case of the pilot episode, where they start basically with told in present day and then not give an explanation. That's more like a sneak. It's kind of out of order. They do finally get to this episode back in episode 7. Yes, so you give an explanation of basically how Toa got her outfit, the whole thing with Ome's bike. There was a lot of hints in the series per se. I also kind of liked it that they actually adapted stuff from the actual. They adapted some unused. They actually adapted from unadapted chapters for this episode. Except for how the cast of Inuyasha for the cast of this series. First episode, which, okay, that's good. I personally have a problem with that because it was actually a good number of chapters not adapted for the original series. At least, unlike in the case of a series like Ramab, which is the previous series that was adapted for an anime, at least Inuyasha bothered to get to the freaking ending. While in the case of Rama Half, it never finished. Oh no, it never finished. You can say for Inuyasha, it kind of did, though it did kind of rush a bit for some episodes. Now, do I agree with the criticism that this is the worst anime of 2021? No, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's as bad as people think it is. It's great animation, great storytelling. I do agree with the criticism that it was kind of done to make Rin Toa Hansetsu's mother. Yes, because this was a little girl in the original series, and here she is, married to Susumu. And the whole thing with grooming. I heard about this a while. I heard about this prior to the episode coming out, and I agree. This was an absolute stupid idea. I'm not sure even if I don't know if the creator approved of this or this was actually her idea. I have no idea about that. Another thing I really did appreciate for this series is Susuru's voice actor. His original voice actor was brought back after being absent from the final act. He was able to come back and basically continue playing the character, which was awesome. Sad thing for the series, the fact that Moroku's original voice actor passed away after Moroku's appearance back in episode 1. Yeah, basically he passed away before his next appearance. Though I should point out, though, when you hear his voice with his next appearance, I think it was episode 14, I think it was. Even though it's a different voice actor, it sounds very similar to the original voice actor. And of course, the guy who played him, it was the guy who preceded Sean Schemmel as the voice English dub actor for Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Yep, he was the original Goku English dub actor for the adult version Goku. And he was played by Sean Schemmel. And this is the guy who they play. It's like, okay. At first, for the first few appearances of Moroku, it is very similar. And you can barely the difference between them. That's what it was in the first season of the show. Second season is obviously a different voice actor. Some people could say, oh, they replaced Moroku's voice actor between seasons. They replaced him after episode 1. All because the actor passed away. That was the only reason why. And I gotta say, that's actually a good reason why. It was nice that Kagome's voice actor from Final Act came back. It's still a shame that Kagome's original voice actors can come back for Final Act. All because the actors retired. At least in the case of Inuyasha, they kept his voice actor. Oh yeah, they kept him. All his appearances by done with the same guy, which he does an absolute great job. Despite the fact in this series they actually he didn't appear much in this series per se, but a little more in season 2 than in season 1, which okay, fine. One of my biggest criticisms for quite a while in the series, and the question I keep freaking asking, where the heck is Shippo? Yes, we've seen Inuyasha, Kagome, Moroku, Sango, Kohaku. We see pretty much all the characters who survived the previous series, like everybody except for Shippo. He didn't show up to half of the season 2. I'm like, really? As far as I can tell, there's no real reason for this. Like, why would you keep a great character like Shippo out of the series? Now, I do appreciate, though, that Moroku's daughters got a chance to make an appearance. At first, like, one of his daughters, and, like, both of them appeared. Now, also, here's a fun fact about the pilot episode. Well, the flashback they have of the first episode. That's actually based upon a short story that was released right after the series concluded. Done by the original creator, and that was basically the only thing for a long time. Now, that made perfect sense for the start of the series. That was good job on their part. Then later on, they started adapting some unadapted chapters. They did it for about 2 or 3 episodes. I kind of felt that was a good idea for them to do. After all, the chapter sitting just to swap with the characters. Now, is there any episode I consider to be not that important in this series per se? In the case second season, no, there was no bad episode in the second season per se. But okay, but here's one for you. What about the first season of the show? Yes, that's a really good question here. Like, is like any episode that really didn't advance by anything? It felt like a very much like a filler episode per se. Hmm. Hmm. Like, I remember seeing one for the first season of the show that I kind of felt as though that it really didn't advance anything at all. No, it didn't. Let's see. Well, in the case of episode 10, it kind of felt as if this was like a reuse thing from the previous show. Just a little better. Let's see. I can't find it per se, but I remember there was an episode from the first season of the show where it didn't really feel like it advanced anything at all. No, not really. Okay, here we go. Uh, Episode 6 kind of felt like basically it didn't really advance anything per se. Not really, no. Any other final thoughts? Hmm. Well, the only thing else I always gotta say is that the English dubcast this series did a really good job with dubbing the show. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely feel that the show did it like the voice actors like Toa's voiced by Erica Martinez. Great job. Kara Buckland, yes, a woman associated with um Crunchyroll. Yes, she Yep. I was kind of right about that. Yep. And of course, you have Morgan Berry. Now, I do like the return of the Todosai. I do like seeing him return to the show. I thought that was quite cool. Yep. Uh, the only character you kind of feel is okay. You bring back all these characters, and yet there's no flashback to Naraku. I did like some people might think, why couldn't they revive Naraku for an episode for the series? I didn't. I don't agree. Now I'm surprised no one brought this up, and I of course haven't seen anybody's reviews of the series yet. But I think bringing back a character like Naraku is definitely not a good idea. Simply because one, he's dead, and two, bringing it back is completely necessary. One character I kind of felt as though that should have been in the show that in 40 episodes he only appeared just in flashback and never in present day. And he's actually a character I could definitely see come back for an episode. Koga of the Wolf Tribe. Yes. I thought this was kind of weird. He was one of two. Like he was one thing. It was one character who never appeared in the present day. You saw him briefly in a flashback. No dialogue for him. His beautiful wife got a chance to make a brief cameo. Not even she came back. And his wife is an original character that the creator loves so much that she made her canon. Yeah, made her canon after the show was on the air, which good job. Yeah, one of like a couple times I could think of where a show basically airs and they create these original characters, and then the creators of the manga just simply add it into the manga because they like the stuff the anime does. But yeah, no Koga in the series. As far as I can tell, there has just been no explanation of why he was absent. Now, here's something also I've got to point out, though. Like, in the case of, like, when it comes to Inuyasha, for example, Shishomaru has barely in reaction to basically seeing his little brother again. He's like, oh, you're back. Whatever. I mean, I get Sango. Now, I get why Sango and Moroku, they're very happy to see Kagome and Inuyasha. Yes. But I kind of felt as though, like, if you want to think of one person who could have basically had a reaction to seeing Kagome and Inuyasha again, probably Kohaku. Yeah. He's probably one basically who would have a big reaction to seeing those two again. But nope. No reaction. Not at all. I even like the fact all the characters got hits be one scene, which was great. One explained plot thread that never really got thoroughly explained in the show. Why did the Tree of Ages take the form of Kikyo? A woman who's been dead at this point for 14 years. Even though it's like her time she died. Yes, as far as I can tell, they never gave an explanation why she took Kikyo's form. And here's another thing. Why did the Tree of Ages ever interact with Inuyasha in the series? Especially since that's his dead girlfriend they pretty much are basically posing as. He's like, Kikyo? No, I'm the Spirit of Ages. No, you look like Kikyo. Yeah, that's one explanation. That's one thing about the series. But you get to find out that's the only thing not really explained. Not really, per se. Mm-hmm. Yes. Another thing I thought was missed opportunity. Giving Moreha a love interest. I mean, there's not really a character in the series I could definitely say that could have been her love interest. I mean, there's no guy that was interested in her. I mean, yeah, she's a daughter of Inuyasha. I'm sure some demon might be interested in her, but surprised not even a human character was interested in her. Nothing. I thought that was kind of weird. Yep. Not much else to say about the series. So yeah, that's episode review. Next one's going to be Kamen Rider. Yep. No, I'm not going to return to the series. It's something else. Okay, next video. Bye.